All right, so Wheel of Time season 1 is over. So my channel is basically dead. It's dead. Let's be honest. Wheel of Time is where I'm getting the bulk of my views. Okay, I'm not giving up on Wheel of Time. I'm moving on to other things, but Wheel of Time is coming back, and occasionally I'm gonna do videos like this until next season. So I wanted to do a video talking about what I want to see in the next season and future seasons. Would really love to see all this on my list in the next season, but we're not going to get that. And I have seen some x-rays, and x-rays are cool, but there's nothing like seeing it in real life live action. All right, so of course we're going to get to see more of these things on my list live action, but most of these, maybe 2 or 3 of these, we're going to get to see x-rays, we're not live action. So, and I'm cool with that. X-rays have been phenomenal so far. All right, so before I get started with this, I just want to mention my store. Some new merchandise available. You get the Nynaeve land chops right here. Really comfortable hoodies for the winter season. I have them available. Also, t-shirts available. So feel free to get some of these right here. And then we got the Flamingo blade in the background. Flamingo blade. You know what? This deserves a close-up. Look at the design on this right here. Shout out to my girl, Morgana Bug. Great artist right here. Give me this. Look at that. You get the flamingo. Right there. Flamingo. Get that right there. Flamingo blade. That's what this thing, that's what Rand's Pops blade is going to be called from now on this channel. The Flamingo blade. So get your Flamingo blade merchandise, get your Land Chop Nynaeve merchandise, and get just the Land Chop merchandise as well. Birthdays coming up. We got Easter coming up. We got Valentine's Day. Listen, pink right here. Valentine's Day. Get your girl one of these, or get your guy one of these too. Come on now, available in all colors, and they're not cheap, and they're not expensive either. They're pretty cheap, man. My prices are pretty low. All right. So listen, I just wanted to drop that in there just in case you guys are interested. More merchandise coming too. I have a bunch of ideas up here. I just got to put them down. I got to get some people that can draw. Morgana Bug is one of them. She's doing a fantastic job, but she's very busy. So give me some time. I got some crazy good ideas. And staying in the low game. Ooh, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, braided hair club's coming too. Just give me some time, baby. Be patient. Be patient, and it will pay off. But that's enough of this. Let me put this back in the, you know what? Let me just get to this. Let me get to this. All right. Let me get to this video right here. So this video, dreams are a big thing according to you guys in the comment section. Dreams. Relax. I know you're excited right now, but just focus. Dreams are very important in this show. Okay, now we've seen a few dreams so far. We've seen about 3 or 4 dreams in the show. And we're going to get to see more of these dreams throughout the seasons. I believe. I don't know for sure, but according to some of you guys in the comment section, dreams are a very important part of this story. So the dreams have been good so far. We haven't seen dreams from Nynaeve. We haven't seen dreams from Egwene. We haven't seen dreams from them. So I don't know if they're focusing more on the guys in this season. We didn't get to see any dreams from Matt either. So it was Rand, and it was pairing with the dreams. We got to see what they actually dreamt about. And then there was a brief, few seconds where Matt is explaining what he dreamt about.
The necks just snapped right in midair. Like someone had them in their hands. I could feel the crack.
The bats falling from the sky. And it felt like he can feel something crushing the bats as they were up in the sky. So that was something that we heard from Matt, but we didn't get to see that. So the only dreams we've gotten to see so far are from Rand and Perrin. Perrin with his wife, seeing her getting eaten by one of the wolves. And Rand, we see him the first dream we see was when he took the bat out of his throat, and we see him and the what was it? He was walking through the town, through the village, and nobody could hear him. They were just all doing their own thing. Perrin was beating his wife with an axe or a hammer, and Matt was walking with his hands out like this, and they were full of blood. Now we've seen those dreams, all right? And then we see Egwene walking up, and it seems like she's the only one that can hear what Rand is trying to communicate. And then, you know, we see Ishmael or whatever his name is. I forgot how to pronounce it. But we see him grab her mouth because he was trying to communicate something to Rand, and, you know, it didn't work out too well for him. So we got to see that. I want to see more dreams. I want to see more in-depth dreams. I enjoyed the dream sequences in this season. And it's very unfortunate, like, a lot of people were disappointed with this season finale, and it was due to COVID. COVID really did a number on this whole episode. That whole season finale really did a number on it. So it's really stinks because we were supposed to get some epic battles. According to you guys in the comments section, it was supposed to be epic, and COVID just really did a number on it. I still enjoyed the episode, but COVID, if we didn't have that, it would have been even more epic and outstanding with the fighting and everything like that. So it happens. It happens. We couldn't have seen this coming. So let's just move on. Second, the Gleeman. Now, when we first get introduced to Tom, he is getting so much respect from the people in the tavern. He comes in, everybody's quiet, everybody listens to him singing, even though he has a terrible voice. What he's singing about, I didn't really pay attention to it the first time, but during my second viewing, the lyrics of that song, great, fantastic lyrics. So Tom is getting so much respect, and I'm calling him Thom. His name is Thom, all right? You're pronouncing the T in Thom. You don't pronounce Thor, Tor, all right? If you pronounce Thor, Tor, you won't get the same respect. Thom, that's his name, baby. That's his name. Thom merchandise coming soon too. So Gleeman, the Gleeman, man. I love Thom. I think he's a great character. I love the fact that he got so much respect in the tavern. It was incredible. It was incredible, the amount of respect, the amount of people that were crying during his singing, the lyrics that they were listening to. It was fantastic. The back and forth with him and Matt in that episode 3, great. That was great. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the Gleeman, and I want to see more of Thom. Thom, he might still be fighting that Fade in that house. I mean, you know how epic that was, man. That was one of the greatest scenes in this season. Thom fighting that Fade, just throwing knives back and forth. The Fade catches him, Tom catches him, and it seems like they were both just incredible fighters, and there was no letting up on either of them. So I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the Gleeman. I want to see, and we hear some lines from Thom in episode 4, man. We hear some lines from him.
Call ourselves Gleeman because a silly name makes us less frightening. Nothing is more dangerous than a man who knows the past.
Great lines. I love it. I love it. And I want to hear more from Thom. And I want to hear more about the Gleeman. That's another thing I want to hear about. Fantastic character. Great actor. So far, he's doing a fantastic job. To me, anyway, doing a fantastic job in this show. So, nice. More Gleeman, more Thom. Great. I wouldn't mind getting a backstory. I know he said briefly in episode 4 about his nephew who had the one power and it was stripped from him and he ended up committing suicide. I would like to see that. actually play out in the show, or maybe in an X-ray, just to see how it actually happened. Because I thought that was great. I thought that was a great. Just let me tell you about what happened to my nephew. I forget his nephew's name, but let me tell you what happened to him. And Rand is listening, paying attention, and he's very knowledgeable person. Thom is very knowledgeable, and I really love that character. So that's another thing I want to see in season 2 and seasons after 2 also. I mean, it doesn't have to be in season 2. There's only 8 episodes. There's only so much you can fit in one season in 8 episodes. So if you don't see it in episode 2, we'll see it in some other season. That's fine. Now, listen, the Aiels, let me just say that. The Aiels, right? I didn't know how bad they were. I didn't know how crazy badass they were. I didn't know, right? It was said by Thom. He said, hey, you know what? These guys are bad. These people are bad, man. But you don't know. The first time we saw one of them was in the cage, and he was dead, right? And then you guys say in the comment section, left and right, after that episode, you guys were saying left and right, hey, Aiels were introduced. Oh man, you don't even know about the fighting skills of the Aiels, man. They're insane. I can't wait for you to see the Aiels and how they fight. Well, then I saw Rand's mom. I saw what Rand's mom, while she was pregnant, you can't forget that. She was pregnant too, giving birth to Rand. Okay? So we got that. And she was destroying dudes left and right. She didn't even care. She was destroying dudes left and right. And she did not let up. She was grabbing dudes by their capes, throwing them down on the floor. And man, she was a beast. And that was just one of them. How you gonna beat something like that without some type of magic? Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. So I want to see more of the Aiels. Imagine the king of the Aiels, man, the leader. The one who trained all the other Aiels. They say, listen, this is how you do it. This is my wife right here, okay? I'm gonna send it over to her. She's gonna show you how to fight while you're giving birth. So go ahead, take it away, Laura. And Laura just showed all the ladies that, hey, this is how you fight while you're giving birth. And and then you make sure you look, you handle the pain, and then you whoop ass. That's how it is. And she's just showing all the ladies how to do it. And that's how Rand's mom learned. That's how she learned. She was trained by Laura, the queen of the Aiels. I don't know. I'm just making some stuff up. But listen, if Rand's mom is capable of doing that while she's giving birth, the others have to be insane. And I'm sure, listen, there's 14 books. There's 14 books. So there's probably other races, other groups of people that haven't even been mentioned in the first season of the show yet. And you guys are just waiting for them to get introduced. For this group of people that you love so very much in the books to get introduced into the show. The Aiels were one of them. The Gleemen were another one. What about the next? The girls on the boat. They're powerful. So what's next? What is next? What are the other groups of people, the races of people that are going to get introduced that you're excited for? Because I'm excited too. Also, Loyal, like the Ogier, when they were introduced, people were like, oh yes, Loyal's here. He's one of my favorite characters in the books. The Ogier, I saw the x-ray of the Ogier. I want to see more of the Ogier. It's going to be one of those things. I have a feeling there's going to be one of those things, right? Where the Ogier, they're going to have to convince the Ogier, the race, to help them fight the last battle. It's just like when Pip and the other dude in Lord of the Rings were trying to convince the tree people to help them in the war, and the tree people kept saying, nah, man, I don't want to do this. This is not our fight. But then they finally saw what's happening to their people. And then the tree people were like, you know what? Let's do this, guys. Ooh, and then all the tree people came out and helped them. So I think that's going to be something that the Ogier, because the Ogier, they don't seem like peaceful people, right? They seem like peaceful people. But you get on their bad side, just like the tree people in Lord of the Rings, it's all over for you, man. It's all over. They're going to rip your head off. Your arms, body parts are just ripped off. They're going to use that body part to, destroy people. Instead of swords, they're going to use body parts to destroy people. I just have this feeling. That's how it's going to be. And I'm cool with that, man. I want to see Loyal destroy people, punch people's faces off, uppercut, and just half of their body rips off from an uppercut. That's what I want to see. And I think we're going to see that later on when there's more epic battles, and hopefully COVID won't come back and mess up the filming, and hopefully they can get it to where they want it. I know the showrunners were probably very disappointed because they probably had a vision of how they wanted that last episode to go. They were like, listen, man, this is going to be epic. This is our season finale. This is how it's going to play out. This is exactly how we want it. So let's get it done. And then bam, they get hit with COVID, and all the plans change. Not to mention COVID, and also Barney's departure from the show. That had to hurt too. They had to probably do a whole bunch of rewrites. And it just messed up their whole flow, their whole idea of what they wanted the season finale to be. And that's very disappointing. But you know what? It happens. You move on. You have season 2 and season 3. So let's move forward. Let's stay positive and see what happens in those seasons. So I want to see the Aiels just ripping stuff up. Just ripping. I don't know if those are good guys or bad guys. I don't know. I don't know if the Gleeman are all, good guys or bad guys. We know that Thom is a good guy. Well, so far he's a good guy. I don't know what'll happen later on. Maybe it'll change. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. That's why I have this list. Another person that I want to see, and I want to see this person live action. Okay, she was mentioned one time in episode 4, I believe that was the episode, by a little girl who had a doll. Begita. I want to see Begita, because you guys in the comment section, I mentioned her, and in the comment section, you guys were telling me how she was one of the something, I don't remember. I can't really quote what you guys were saying in the comment section, but she was a great warrior, something like that. She was a legend. So Begita is something I want to see Begita live action. Don't give me an x-ray. Give me her live action. Why is she so great? Why did this little girl have a doll made up of Begita? I want to see Begita. Please give me the Begita. Only mentioned twice or once in this show. As far as I know, she was only mentioned once by the little girl. And that was a really great scene between her and Matt. I love that's one of my favorite scenes of the season. Her and Matt, and you see the emotion on Matt's face while he's talking to this little girl, because it's bringing back the memories that he had with his 2 sisters that are stuck at home with his garbage parents. Like, his parents are garbage, all right? His father's an adulterer, and his mother is an alcoholic. So that is terrible combination. and he had to leave to protect his sisters. I want to see Begita. I want to see her in action. And I don't know how old that character is, but according to you guys in the comment section, like I said, I don't know the exact quotes, but she's a pretty great character. So I want to see that character. Begita. Give me the Begita, please. I couldn't have this list right here without my man. And when I say my man right here, you already know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about when I say my man. Insane in the Logain. I want to see more of Logain. You can't have an actor play a character, and he did a fantastic job as Logain. And you guys have been telling me about Money Heist, which I want to check out on Netflix. But you can't just get rid of Logain like that and just have it be done. I want to see more of Logain. That dude, every time he's on screen, the few times he's been in this season have been fantastic. And it doesn't matter if he's crying, if he's emotional like he was after he got his power taken away. It doesn't matter. He was still giving a crazy, nice performance. Like, it was incredible. Stellar performance by my man Logain. I forget the actor's name. I apologize. But, man, great character. I want to see more of Logain. How is he going to get past not having his powers anymore? How is he going to get out of the White Tower? Is he going to be one of the people that helps out the White Tower in future seasons? Is he going to somehow, probably not, but somehow get his powers back? He's going to do something that doesn't involve powers, I feel, but it's going to be very important what he's doing. Like his influence on a certain group of people, his teaming up with the Dark Ones, or becoming a Dark Friend, something. Teaming up with the White Tower to help them out. Something is going to happen that's going to be important. I don't know if Logain is going to be a good guy, if he's going to be a bad guy. I have no idea what's going to happen with Logain. But what I do know is I want to see more Logain. I want to see more Logain. I have to see more of Logain. This can't be the end of him, because every time he was on screen, bang, bang, he took the scene. Like, he was the scene. That was it. It was Logain, no one else. So I want to see more Logain. One thing I will say on my next list right here, my next thing on the list is the politics in the White Tower. Now, episode 6 was very interesting. I was bored. I'll be honest. I was bored with the episode the first time I watched it. I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. And it wasn't my favorite episode. But my second time I watched it, I was like, man, this is really interesting. The whole politics thing. And when I actually listened closely and had subtitles on, it was very interesting. The whole back and forth between the different ahas. And it was nice to see some sisters sticking up for other ones despite their colors. And the back and forth with the almond siege, that was great. I enjoyed it my second time watching that episode. I really enjoyed it because I paid attention. So I want to see more of the politics in the White Tower, the back and forth with all the Ajas and the almond siege. What's gonna happen with the almond siege? Because we hear men say the almond siege is gonna be the end of you. She says that to Moraine. So what's gonna happen with the almond siege? Is Moraine gonna take that seat? Because the conversation she had with her one friend when they were laying in bed, which I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think maybe the almond siege will Something will happen with the Almond Siege. I don't know if she's going to die, but I think something will happen with the Almond Siege where she doesn't want to be the Almond Siege anymore. She doesn't want that title anymore. So I think Moiraine will take that title. And I don't know what will happen with Moiraine now that she has her powers stilled. What does she have to do to get the powers back? What will happen to Moiraine now that she's stripped of her powers? All right. I don't know, but I want to see more of the politics between all the Ahas in the White Tower and the Almond Siege, because that episode right there, episode 6, showed us the back and forth and all the politics in the tower, and we're going to get to see more of that. And I want to see more of it. I want to see how they decide what goes what and who does what and what happens here. I want to see it. So give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Give it to us. Now, on my next list, I want to see Moiraine's backstory from when she was a little girl, because we got to see the Almond Siege. I want to see Moiraine's backstory. What happened to her when she was little? All right. How did she first become how did she first learn that she had the one power? I don't even know how. Does it just happen, or is it like a feeling you have that, you know what, I think I have this ability? But Moiraine's an important character, and I want to see more of her as a little girl growing up. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole episode, but I want to see how she became what she is now, from her journey from when she was a kid to being an Aes Sedai, because she's a very important character. I mean, they got a fantastic actress in Rosamund Pike to play that role. So I want to see more of her backstory as the seasons progress, because very important, and I'm interested. I am interested, whether it be an X-ray. I would like to see live action, but whatever. If it's just an X-ray, you can make the X-rays, a little longer. It's great. The animation is fantastic, in my opinion. I think it's fantastic. I think Moiraine deserves a backstory. Hopefully, we get to see it. Someone who also deserves a backstory is Lan. I mean, we get to see Lan as well after Nynaeve gets the land chops. They're having that conversation, all right, about him, and she asks him a question about why he's called this, and he tells her about Melkir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Melkir, the place where he grew up. He was supposed to be the king of Melkir, but the blight happened. It took over their place where they were living, and it really did a number on his people and their homes. And we see it in episode 8, what the blight did to them. And that's what the blight does. It just rots, and it just continues to spread, and they're trying to hold it back. So I want to see what happened with Lan's family. I mean, we hear what happens to them, but I would like to see it, whether it be in an X-ray or live action, how that one dude who smuggled Lan out, how that happened, and the relationship with him and his Lan's and his parents. I want to see that relationship, because is being a king is something he wanted, because he says, I hate when people call me that. So is that something that he wanted growing up? He was like, his parents are like, look, one day you're going to be the king, this, and that. These are the responsibilities you're going to have. Lan, you got to do this. You got to do this. So you can take the title from your father. You can take the title from me when it's your time. And he just didn't want it. So what happened? I want to know more backstory on Melkir, on Lan's parents and Lan, and all the people that lived in Melkir, and what happened with the blight. Like, did they have any chance at all to get out, or was it just one day, bang, the blight just came for that place? I want to know. I want to know. And that's something that is very interesting to me. And I want to get either a live action or a long X-ray. I prefer live action, but whatever. I'll take it. Last but not least, the one person that I really am interested, and after hearing her say what she said to Nynaeve about
women hold the one power, but men still control much of this world. And they are rarely kind to little girls who show a spark of being greater than they are.
little girls, I don't remember exactly what it was, but she says to Nynaeve something. I'm talking about Leandrin. Now, you guys in the comments section, some of you guys have been telling me her life growing up, her journey to the White Tower was intense. Leandrin, I love that character. Like, I didn't like her at first, but she really grew on me after episode 6. Like, she should take charge. She doesn't want any nonsense. Like, she'll step on you to get what she wants. So I want to see more of her backstory. Leandra's backstory, she seems like she despises men. She does not want anything to do with men. No red ahas. I believe they do not like men. That's why they choose the red. And they don't have their own warders. They just have their group, and that's it. So what happened with Leandrin? Why did she choose the red after her journey to the White Tower? What happened on that journey to the White Tower? I think that deserves live action. I don't think you can tell what happened with Leandrin from an X-ray. I could be wrong, but I think that deserves a live action. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that deserves it. And that's the end of my list. Now, I'm sure later on there'll be some other things that I'll come up with, and if that happens, I'll do a part 2, because this was good right here. I enjoyed doing this. So if you like this and you want to see a part 2, if I think of some other things, I'll do it, because season 2 is on the horizon. I don't know when exactly, but it's gonna come eventually. So hopefully you guys are excited. Hopefully you guys you just continue to be interested in the show. And it was #1 on Amazon. It when it debuted, book sales skyrocketed. So I haven't purchased the books yet. All right. I don't know if I'm going to read the books. I mean, I think I will read the books after the show is finished completely, but I'm not sure. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to be giving anything away. I don't want anything given away for the show, because I'm enjoying going into it without knowing anything. But you guys in the comment section have been telling me you should do this, you should read a chapter every week and just stay with the show and read the books up in this, and I don't know. It's very, I don't want to give anything away. I don't know if I'm gonna read the books, but we'll see. We will see. I appreciate you guys watching. I love you guys. Twitch.tv/Treadnlightly if you want to catch me live. There's been a few of you that have come to the streams, and I love it. I love it. So keep coming to the streams every Tuesday and Thursday nights. I appreciate it. You can ask me questions. You can just, hang out. We can talk. I play video games. Sometimes I just chat. So feel free to come through to the streams. The link is in the description below. Merchandise, and there will be more coming, so stay tuned for that. There will be more merchandise. So if you don't like this, if you don't like the flamingo blade that I just showed you, if you don't like the land chop, then just wait for the other stuff, okay? But it's available. The link is in the description below for the merchandise, so feel free to go and check that out. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those links are in the description below. So feel free to follow me on all those platforms. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys mean a lot to me. So let me know what you thought of this. Let me know what you thought of this season. Are there any things on this list that I gave you that you are excited for and that you want to see more of in the show? Let me know in the comments below, because Veguita is a really big one. That's one I want to see. So let me know your list, what you want to see, as long as it's not a spoiler. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great new year. I will be back with another video. I don't know when, but I hope that you guys subscribe. You hit the notifications. You keep watching my content. Hopefully, if not, it's all right. You know what? No hard feelings. I appreciate you either way. Take care of yourselves and have a good one.